Welcome aboard, everyone. This is the first episode of the Flight Crew. Now, you might have seen us in our introductory episode, but today we're going to actually be doing our first episode, which is going to be on the intricacies of dorm life in GSIS in a boarding school. So, Anaya, introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Tahr Talks.
The good old boarding school life. Where can I start? Your friends are basically your siblings. For me, my brothers. And dorms are chaotic, but they also bring along great bonding.
So, boarding school friendships? They're not like your typical school friendships. You're not just seeing people in class, you're living with them, you're eating with them, you're everywhere with them. That means you see the best of people and the worst.
You can't really escape them as well. You're with them 24 hours of the day. You see everything in them. You can't maintain a facade, and there's not anyone playing in a masquerade here because you see that those people for all the 24 hours of the day, and you see their highs and lows.
Yeah, you're like forced to deal with all their stuff. You can't just avoid someone after you get into a fight with them. You have to talk things out or like find another way. You have to know how to sit with discomfort, how to forgive. And you share everything with these people. The highs, like, you laugh like 2 a.m. over some dumb inside joke. And the lows, like when you miss home, you fail a test, or you're just feeling off and you don't really know why.
And when she said we share everything, I mean we literally share everything. I gave my cubicle mate my shampoo for like an entire term, and barely survived because the shampoo ran out on the last week. So that was
Okay, and I think that's where the real bonding happens. Not just over the fun stuff, but in those little vulnerable moments, like when you sit beside someone and you just be there for them. And they don't tell you anything, but they know that you're there for them. Or like, when you're brushing your teeth next to someone while they're still half asleep at like 6 a.m. when we're going for workout. And that's when the bond happens. You see these people unfiltered. There's this kind of raw honesty in that. No masks, just who they are.
It's like it teaches you emotional fluency in a way that no textbook could ever wish to. And over time, it teaches you how to show up and be there for people instead of invading into their life and trying to fix every single problem that they have. Sometimes it's just better to listen to them, give them their space, and know their boundaries.
Like, you start noticing things. Your roommate's quiet sighs, the fake, I'm fine, the subtle shift in someone's energy. You learn to check in, not just check out. Like, okay, now that we compare that to a regular day school friendship, there's a whole different vibe. In the day school, you like hang out with them for a few hours and then go back home. But here, you're there for them together with each other 24/7.
So I agree. And if I'm being honest, it gets quite troublesome at times. Like being there for someone 24/7 is not easy. You'll be about to go to sleep. And after a really long day, you're completely exhausted. Your friend will come in and he'll be like, bro, you will not believe what just happened. Like some line like that will tell you that you're gonna have to thug it out for like the next 10 minutes because he has some crazy needs something to tell you, and you're gonna need to help him out because this is his time of need. And it's like being one of those hotel receptionist. You have to be there at the desk even in the middle of the night.
I swear. And like it also tests your patience sometimes. Like when I have this roommate, she snore like a jet engine. Or like there'll always be some type of dirty socks right next to my bed. And it's not even mine. It'll be like some random cubicle mates. And it's just like, oh my god. So yeah, there are those moments also.
But then again, it makes you grow in a way. Like, for example, one night my friend ate some bad chicken, and when we went to bed, we just went to bed normally, right? He just calls me at like 1 a.m. from his bed, like at 1 a.m. he calls me. He's like, "Yo, Akshaj, are you awake?" and I was like in that, I don't know how. I was in that like half asleep zone where like I'm still sleeping, but at that time I had woken up in the middle of the night. I was trying to fall back asleep. And I said, and I was shocked he called me. I was like, yeah, yeah, what's up? He's like, bro, I can't sleep. I'm like constantly vomiting. Like, can you please like help me out? I took him to the infirmary in the middle of the night, and honestly, I felt I felt good because I've never done something like that, nor did I ever think I would have to do something like that for anyone. And it just it's just like it builds a kind of character, right? Like with these guys as your brothers, your siblings, you care for them, and you'll always be there for them in the middle of the night because you know that they're gonna be there for you as well. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's one more thing that makes boarding schools like very interesting is the mix of people we get here. Like, I know most of us are scattered from like parts of India, but we do have a few international students and NRIs, like this one.
OCI.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a huge number, but it adds like this unique flavor to the school culture.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, most of my friends are actually international as well. So yeah, I don't know.
Not me.
I just she's an exception, but I mean I feel like there's two sides because of that, especially in an international school, as she said, right? You have the international kids who bring like a completely different culture with them, and those kids are actually exposed to a completely different culture here in America. In for me in America, completely different. The children are completely different, and even for the people from Dubai and Singapore, it's so different. But I don't know. It's just that the fact that all of us aren't used to this place brings us all together, in my opinion. And I feel like I found really good friends here because of the diversity.
Yeah, that's true. And honestly, let's be honest, there's always that one friend who's like not American, okay? And then she'll randomly switch to an American accent mid sentence. And then we'll just roll with it because, like, I don't know, we get that vibe.
And then there's also that one NRI that's from Dubai or Singapore who comes here, is exposed to Indian culture, and then suddenly switches to an Indian accent mid sentence. Not even mocking.
Even weirder, I swear.
In fact, at this point, my accent is heavily influenced. I don't even think I have a pure American accent. I remember when I first came to this school,
I did not understand.
she was in my class the first day of school. Actually, she was one of the first people I met in this school. And every single time I tried talking to them, they just stared at me like dumbfounded.
This guy is rapping. For us, he was like rapping, and I'm just like, what are you speaking?
And I learned to slow down. So, thank God.
I think maintaining relationships in boarding is also not easy. Like, people have bad days, but you live in those same small places, and sometimes stuff just gets messy.
I have I've been caught on a bad day by like one of my friends, and like sometimes you just need space, right? You need space and you need boundaries, but the thing is that those boundaries can get really skewed in a boarding school because there's no going into your room to be alone, to relax and watch some movie or something to chill. There's none of that available. Even if you go into your room, you're still in a cubicle of four. And sometimes that space being constantly invaded, like it can cause conflict. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I fought someone, but like if I'm having a bad day and I'm still being approached like, and I still have to be like completely like ultimately social like throughout the day, like it can rub my bad day off on others.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Like, see, that's where you learn that you need to be there for your friends, but then you also need to know when you have to give them space. Like, if someone's dealing with stuff from home, then you just give them the space. If they want to talk, then they'll talk to you. But just be there, but not be there. That's what you learn.
And I think that's a really relevant issue when it comes to love. Like if you see someone that you like, if you see one of your best friends struggling, you might have the urge to like go and help that person out. Like, you'll talk to him about it. Maybe give him like a solution, like try and help him out. But sometimes you can't.
They just don't want it.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes, I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it. So you have to give him space sometimes. Because I've seen, like, everyone has seen those two sides of the coin. The coin that the side that's like, my friend is struggling. I feel like I'm obligated. I need to help him. And then there's a side that's like, I'm really struggling right now and I don't want to talk to anyone. I just need my own space.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you learn that here. But okay, let's, end with the generic stuff. Let's
Okay.
dive into middle school. Because, I mean, well, we are 8th graders. So, middle school, I think, is a place where friendships can be very dramatic. Relationships of every kind are legendary. And our emotions run at like full volume 24/7.
Now, full volume refers to 100%, but honestly, I would say like the volume of the emotions that's running in our grade is like 150%. Like, I've seen, no, I'm not joking. I've seen people at breakfast crash out over the pancakes being chewy. I'm not joking.
Oh my god, what type of emotions are these? Like,
I get you're having a bad morning, bro.
but like, the pancakes, you're chewing them. There's no logic also. And here, in this stage of our lives, the emotions feel so big because honestly, for a lot of us, I think it's the first time that we're actually feeling them.
Yeah, welcome to puberty.
Joy, anger, jealousy, it all hits so hard. Like, one day you and your best friends are like besties for life, and then the next second you're just like, get away from me. Like, what?
No, like sometimes, yeah, you'll get like, because again, 24 hours a day, you'll get sick of the same person all the time.
Yes.
You'll just, and then there's that 3-man squad. There's that 3-man squad, and that's all fun and games until the other one ends up getting left out because the other two get close. And it's sad to see it. For me, it thankfully hasn't happened yet.
Me, it's happened actually. There was this time where like it was the three of us, but then the other two got more closer eventually, and then I was just like, left. Like how it is, and it's honestly not a nice place to be in because I don't think you would ever want to be just left, right? You've been with them like for a pretty long time, and then suddenly you're just not vibing with them anymore.
I've been left more times than I can count in like many situations, and it comes with another realization, another lesson. It's a blessing, really. You have to learn your value as a person, and you have to choose your relationships wisely. Like, you have to choose your friendships wisely. You have to make sure that the people that you're with respect you as much as you respect them.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to, the value has to be reciprocated in the friendship. It's a must, or else you're really not getting anything out of the relationship, not getting adequate support, nothing. And for me, I personally think like I'm thankful because after I learned this lesson, like I'm doing fine. I know who I should like. I know who I should be with, and I know who maybe I shouldn't hang out with as much because the energy from them might be negative towards me. So
yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. But I think our emotions, like right now, I think it's okay because, like, we're growing up, we're hitting puberty, and we're learning a lot of things through these experiences. Like you just said, now you know who to trust, who to not trust. A lot of us still don't know that. I've seen so many people who are still hanging out with the crowd, with the people who are affecting them in a wrong way, but they're just not aware of that fact or being able to accept it. But I think eventually over time you do learn all of that stuff. I think maybe let's conclude this episode because I feel like it's been going on for a pretty long time. Hopefully, you guys haven't fallen asleep or anything. But
I mean,
maybe when he was talking, you probably.
I should be worried more about my sleep because personally, when this one talks.
When I talk.
Okay. But anyways, you have survived. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember that boarding school might feel like one big reality show, but it's the time where you learn the most important lessons. And yeah, nothing fixes a bad day than better than just quality time and maybe a good rant with your dorm mates when necessary.
So guys, don't forget to check in into everyone around you, your friends and everyone.
In a very subtle manner. Don't overstep. And
vulnerability isn't weakness, it's a connection, right? And if you're feeling overwhelmed, just talk, cry, write, scream into your pillow. Like,
wow,
just
philosophical. Vulnerability isn't a weakness.
it's a connection.
Connection.
But don't bottle it up, okay? That's what I mean.
Yeah, definitely don't bottle it up. And yeah, so that's our main message to y'all for today. Thank you so much for watching our first episode. We hope you liked it. Please like this video, subscribe to Tahr Talks.
We'll get back with you, like, I think, next month.
We hope you liked our episode, honestly.
I mean, we worked hard on it. So, yeah.
I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, same, exactly. And guys, just remember, if you're feeling stressed, just remember, a good rant with your friends and like, so that like maybe a stolen juice box from the dining hall can solve a lot of things.
But you shouldn't steal juice boxes from the dining hall. We don't endorse that.
Yeah, don't. I never said anything. Okay.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. And that's it. Flight crew out.